Right now, Volkswagen's CEO is potentially about to be fired, but not for the reasons that most people get fired. Poor performance. In fact, his performance has been phenomenal. And within the last few days, he has explained why Volkswagen needs to be more like Tesla. Giga Berlin will produce 90 cars an hour on one production line. Just let that sink in. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans, coming to you here at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning from Melbourne, Australia. It's actually a beautiful night here tonight. It's about 18 degrees. Couldn't ask for anything better than to be sharing the news with you about, well, Volkswagen and Tesla, two of my favorite companies in the world right now. Although I am a little annoyed at Volkswagen power brokers for even considering firing Herbert Diess. They need him more than any company has ever needed anyone. Now, The Electric recently reported within the last few hours that Diess wrote a new note to his management team. Right as he's being challenged by his own workforce, Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess explained why the German automaker needs to be more like Tesla. And that's probably going to even push the power brokers at Volkswagen to fire him quicker. I hope not. I really hope not. Surprisingly, a lot of what he said has to do with manufacturing. Something that Elon Musk said would become Tesla's main advantage. It appears as though it already has. Now, insanely, Tesla has been criticized for their manufacturing over the last few years on numerous occasions by mainstream media, by many trolls on internet forums, and just by the many, it seems as though hundreds of thousands of anti-Tesla or anti-electric car people that exist. That number does seem to be decreasing pretty significantly over the last 6 months. I've seen a definite trend. As Electric reported recently, Diess is currently facing a note of no confidence under review by a board committee after Volkswagen's worker council took offense to him saying that the company could face job losses if it falls behind in its transition to electric vehicles. So basically, Volkswagen's union said, well, rather than step up to the plate and make transition to electric cars faster, well, let's just fire the guy who's making us do it. Not the best strategy. Now, I reported on that a few days ago. Check out the video about that. You should watch it. Now, Diess cancelled his trip to the United States in order to address this situation, to try and deal with it. Honestly, I have so much respect for Herbert Diess. He said he understands that some people are frustrated by his constant comparisons to Tesla, but he sees a need to emulate them in many ways. Now, he gave a speech to his management in which he described in detail why he sees Tesla as Volkswagen's primary main competitor. Now, Diess seems to have insider information about Tesla's expected production efficiency at Gigafactory Berlin. One of the things he's already mentioned that I think is wide common knowledge is that it takes Volkswagen around about 30 hours to produce an electric car, and it takes Tesla around 10 hours. Now, Herbert Diess said that himself. That doesn't come from any Tesla fanatics or so-called Tesla fanboys. By the way, do we call people who love Toyota fanboys? Why do we just say it about Tesla people who love Tesla? I don't think that's a reasonable thing to do. So if you're calling people a Tesla fanboy, yeah, it's not really mature or cool. Don't do that. Diess said, Tesla has long been appreciated for the software, range, and acceleration of its cars, but has had problems with quality. The production was ridiculed, but our main competitor is learning very fast. The quality is getting better. The customer feedback is more positive. Well, that's an understatement. And in Brandenburg, Tesla wants to build 500,000 cars with 7,000 people, direct and indirect, and with an impressive productivity, expected 90 units per hour in one line, 10 hours per car. That is what we are competing with. He also mentioned China as well, and that's kind of scary too. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has long said manufacturing will become the automaker's main advantage. People ridiculed him for that. He was right. Despite Tesla producing more electric vehicles than any other company, the notion has been ridiculed because the volume is still much lower than most other automakers, and in some cases, quality hasn't been on par with other premium automakers. When all of that, though, has recently changed, well, it's changed in California, but it's changed even more so with their Chinese factory, which is producing very good quality cars. So, Tesla's manufacturing has significantly improved over the years. In fact, I believe it increases and improves on a day-to-day, or if not day-to-day, then a weekly basis. And the impressive thing is Tesla can produce electric cars at an annual rate of 1 million units with quality continuing to improve. But that number will probably double next year. Deese appears to be aware of the details of Tesla's planned output at Gigafactory Berlin, and he is particularly impressed with the 10 hours of production per car. So like I said, it takes Volkswagen 30 hours at their Zwickau factory. Someone tell me how that's pronounced, I don't know. And it is currently aiming to bring that down to 20 hours, which is still twice as long as Tesla. And I don't think I honestly don't think that you can compete really long term on that. That's one of the key reasons why Tesla's product margins are 30%. The gross margins are 30%. Incredible. Versus Volkswagen's, which are more like 10%. Everything else that Herbert Deese said. Today, Tesla sets the standard. They build the car around the software. Updates are already part of everyday life for Tesla customers. Now, the funny thing is, he sounds like someone who's spruiking Tesla, but he's just speaking to his own management team. We now come every 12 weeks with automatic updates for our ID family, which is a big step for Volkswagen. It is. Huge step. I reported on Volkswagen not doing this for quite some time, and owners were getting annoyed because they thought they'd paid for a car that would get updates like Tesla's vehicles do, and it wasn't happening. That's changed now, which is good, but still probably not enough to compete with Tesla. After he said that, he said congratulations to the team of Thomas Ulbrich and CARIAD for this milestone. I agree, well done. Tesla has long been appreciated for the software, range, and acceleration of its cars, but has had problems with quality. Now, I just want to add, it is true they are appreciated for their acceleration. Volkswagen's range of electric cars they're good. They're really good. And I think a lot of people will buy them. But if you actually are into cars, into performance, then you would not consider a Volkswagen vehicle an electric vehicle at all. All of their cars are pretty slow. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're bad, but they are slow in comparison to their Tesla counterparts. He went on, Tesla has long been appreciated, but their production was ridiculed. But our main competitor is learning fast. The quality is getting better. The customer feedback is more positive. Our main competitor. Isn't that interesting that he said that? And in Brandenburg, Tesla wants to build 500,000 cars with 7,000 people, direct and indirect, and with an impressive productivity expected of 90 units per hour in one line, or 10 hours per car. At Zwickau, we are at over 30 hours. We started with a project target of 16 hours. So it's not actually 30 hours, it's over 30 hours. Who knows, that could be 39, could be 31, but it's over 30 hours. I don't need to mention here what all this means on the stock market. Tesla has unlimited access to money and resources due to its high valuation. I've mentioned this a number of times. I don't think people are paying attention to this fact. Why do you think he's mentioning this? Because he's a CEO and this matters. He knows this matters. Tesla has unlimited access to money and resources due to its high valuation. Very important. These numbers are what drive me to point out this new competition and not to turn a blind eye. Very, very important. Do you want to just have your hands over your face while you drive? No, you've got to pay attention to where you're going. Even if I stop talking about Elon Musk, he's here to stay, revolutionizing our industry and quickly becoming more competitive. The Tesla Model 3 was the best-selling car in Europe in September, ahead of the Golf, our car. And this despite the fact that Tesla does not even build in Europe yet. Tesla only imports so far. Only those who understand and have an eye on the competition can win. Tesla is the benchmark today, and other strong startups have entered our market from China. Herbert Deese, he is the best CEO in the world. I mean, okay, I put him on par with Elon Musk. I know a lot of you criticize Elon, but he's gotten Tesla to where they are today. So you've got to say, he's at least on par with Deese, at least. But Herbert Deese, wow, this statement is just brilliant on so many levels. He clearly understands the market completely. He appears to have almost no biases. For a CEO, honestly, this is staggering. Not in addition to that, the guy has literally an engineering degree. He knows how cars work. He's intelligent on so many levels. I mean, it would sound like I have a crush, but I mean, I don't go that way. But hey, this dude is just next level. If Volkswagen fire him, now I hope, you know what, if you were Tesla, you'd have to be hoping they do. You'd be wanting to hire this guy in a second. Surely Elon would say, mate, come here. We'll pay you whatever you want. Come and work for us. Come here, please. Volkswagen, you have to know this. Tesla will want this guy. If you get rid of him, that is a bad, bad move. Now, the most popular comment on electric in response to this article: Tesla needs to hire this guy if Volkswagen is stupid enough to let him go. On that note, have a great day. Thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Good night, my friends. Bye-bye.